Universal Soldier, 1992, directed by Roland Emmerich, is one of those action-packed films that perfectly captures the 1990s action movie vibe. It's a mix of high-octane thrills, futuristic sci-fi concepts, and martial arts choreography that became a signature of Jean-Claude Van Damme's career. But beyond just the punches and explosions, the movie explores some deeper themes about the ethics of science, identity, and the human condition. Plot and characters. At the heart of Universal Soldier is a futuristic soldier program designed to bring back fallen soldiers as highly trained, nearly indestructible killing machines, dubbed Universal Soldiers, or Unisouls. The film opens with a dramatic and tragic scene, where two soldiers, Luc Devereaux, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Andrew Scott, Dolph Lundgren, are involved in a bloody confrontation in Vietnam. Both are killed during the battle, but they're later resurrected and turned into part of this top-secret military experiment. Luke and Andrew are revived in the present day as super soldiers, with their memories erased and their emotions suppressed. Luke is depicted as a man struggling with his lost humanity, while Andrew becomes a psychotic and violent killer. The film follows the tensions that arise between these two characters as Luke begins to regain fragments of his memories and realizes the horrors of the program he's part of. Van Damme's portrayal of Luck is compelling because of the internal conflict his character experiences. He's a man torn between his programmed violence and his rediscovered humanity. On the flip side, Dolph Lundgren's Andrew Scott is a chilling antagonist. His portrayal of a soldier who's been mentally warped by the process highlights a darker side of the experiment. What happens when someone loses their humanity in pursuit of power? The film also features Ally Walker as Veronica Roberts, a reporter who becomes embroiled in the drama, helping Luke regain his memories and uncover the truth behind the Universal Soldier program. Themes. The central themes of Universal Soldier revolve around the nature of humanity, free will, and the cost of scientific experimentation. Luke's journey is one of rediscovery. He learns to reclaim his identity and understand who he truly is, which contrasts sharply with Andrew's descent into madness. It's a poignant exploration of how people, when stripped of their memories and emotions, can lose their sense of self. The sci-fi concept of reanimating the dead, erasing their past, and turning them into weapons raises questions about the ethics of using technology to control life and death. The movie also taps into the broader fears of its time, concerns about government overreach, the manipulation of soldiers, and the risks of technological advancements in warfare. This, combined with its explosive action sequences, helps the film feel like a reflection of both the fear of the future and the excitement of technological possibilities. Another theme in Universal Soldier is the idea of redemption. Luke's character arc can be seen as a classic hero's journey, where he fights not just for survival but for his soul. His eventual battle against Andrew Scott, his own mirror image, in many ways, is symbolic of the internal struggle many face when trying to reconcile their past with their present. Jean-Claude Van Damme's career and action films of the time. Universal Soldier came at a pivotal moment in Jean-Claude Van Damme's career. By 1992, he had already gained recognition for movies like Bloodsport, 1988, Kickboxer, 1989, and Lionheart, 1990. These films had solidified him as a star in the martial arts and action genre, known for his incredible flexibility, martial arts skills, and charisma. Van Damme was often dubbed the Muscles from Brussels, and his persona as the stoic, heroic action figure had captured the hearts of fans. However, Universal Soldier marked a key shift in his career. While it still centered around his physical abilities, the film's more complex narrative, which explored his character's psychological struggle, gave him the chance to show more emotional depth. This role paved the way for more serious roles in his career, as well as films that combined his martial arts prowess with more grounded, character-driven stories, like Time Cop, 1994, and Sudden Death, 1995. At the time of Universal Soldier's release, action films were dominated by big names like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and Bruce Willis. What set Van Damme apart was his emphasis on martial arts, his ability to perform elaborate fight scenes, and his physicality. In comparison to Schwarzenegger or Stallone, whose characters were often portrayed as larger than life, Van Damme's characters were more relatable, grounded in real human struggles. His ability to perform high-level martial arts in his action sequences also made his films stand out, adding a layer of authenticity to the genre. In a sense, Universal Soldier bridged the gap between the more traditional action hero films and the newer, more introspective action movies that were emerging in the 90s. It also reflected the rise of the sci-fi action subgenre, which gained prominence through films like Terminator 2, Judgment Day 1991, and The Matrix 1999. Sequels and franchise legacy. While Universal Soldier did well at the box office, it was also the start of a multi-film franchise. It spawned several sequels, including Universal Soldier: The Return 1999, which brought Van Damme back to the role of Luc Devereaux. However, this sequel was a much more action-oriented film with fewer of the deeper themes explored in the original. The franchise continued with Universal Soldier: Regeneration 2009 and Universal Soldier: Day of Reckoning 2012, both of which saw the return of both Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren. These later entries were more direct-to-video releases, but they still kept the core premise alive, of soldiers resurrected and turned into superhumans, and the consequences that come with such power. The films also explored themes of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and the psychological toll of war, adding a layer of depth to the franchise as it evolved. Despite the mixed reception of the sequels, Universal Soldier left a lasting legacy in the action genre. It helped solidify Van Damme as one of the key action stars of the 90s, and proved that the genre could carry more than just mindless action. It could tackle important philosophical questions while delivering thrills. Conclusion. Universal Soldier may not be considered one of the most complex films of the 90s, but it's definitely one of the most entertaining. Jean-Claude Van Damme brought an emotional depth to his character that set it apart from other action films of the time. Combined with Dolph Lundgren's sinister portrayal of Andrew Scott, Universal Soldier made a lasting impact on the action genre, blending explosive action with thoughtful themes. Looking back, Universal Soldier holds a special place not just for its high-energy fight scenes, but for its exploration of humanity, identity, and the consequences of tampering with the natural order of life. It remains one of Jean-Claude Van Damme's most iconic roles, and it's no surprise that it helped solidify his place among the greats of 90s action cinema.